I just said to Rhonda King, are you ready? Because here we go. We are here live at the ODACA show with artist Rhonda King. She has some of her dolls on Ruby Lane and they are fabulous. So we're going to get a wonderful tour of her booth and an interview with the artist right now. So I'm going to turn this around and we're going to look over here. So Rhonda, how are you doing, dear?
I am doing fine today, and I'm so happy that you came to talk to me, Rachel Hoffman.
Well, thank you so much. We're very excited to be here. Your dolls are absolutely wonderful. Now, if people are tuning in and they are just meeting you, Rhonda, give us the elevator pitch. How long have you been doing this, and what is your story?
Well, I've only been making dolls for 5 years. I retired as a high school teacher after 30 years. I skipped out of the building and I was youthful, so I wanted to do something else. And I had a collector friend who showed me 2 beautiful dolls that were made by artist Susan Fosnot. And I thought, I'm going to try to do that.
Right.
So I started 5 years ago with a little bit of painting, a little bit of making some dolls using Susan's patterns, and then it really evolved from there. So.
And so, Rhonda, the reason why I directly asked you why you have been, how long you have been doing dolls is because you have not been doing them for a long time.
No.
And you are so accomplished. We are going to take a look at your wonderful dolls. Now, obviously, I can say some of your inspiration is drawn from artists like Susan Fosnot and even Isana Walker.
Yes, and certainly the painters of 19th century cloth dolls, unknown Americans who had various different levels of painting skill, and I look at those in my own collection. I have an antique Colombian and several of the unknown makers,
right.
and I look at those every day. Yeah.
And we love the unknown makers. For me, some of the homemade unknown maker, especially cloth dolls, are my absolute favorite. I am very drawn to this. I have never seen one like this from you. Is this a new release for the ODACA show from you?
It is. I actually made that doll last year and I didn't want to sell it for a while.
Oh, it's amazing.
So
it's so amazing.
I spent a lot of time with his costume
Wow.
that I made myself. So
he almost reminds me of a Door of Hope in a way.
well, I was looking at several antique Asian dolls that
He has right, like the bisque ones?
Yes, and also Lynchies and others. They did interpretations of Asian costumes. So I looked at several of those before I made his costume.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
Thank you.
If you guys are just tuning in, we are here live at the ODACA show, and we are here with artist Rhonda King. Many of her dolls are on Ruby Lane, and you can shop her dolls on there. And we are just enamored, and the level of talent that I am seeing here today is absolutely phenomenal. Rhonda, how long does a doll take you? And you probably do not work on one from start to finish, but how long does one doll take you?
I would estimate anywhere from between maybe 25 to 30 hours for these, which are clothespins actually.
For a clothespin. Which,
then
look at these clothespins.
Upward from there. Sometimes it really differs depending on how many hours I have to put into costuming too.
Right.
So I have put as many as 50, 60, 70 hours into one.
Oh, I believe it. And do you do everything?
I do. I would have to say that a lot of the costuming is a mixture of actual old pieces and pieces that I create from old fabric. I really, really love the idea of borrowing from the past. And by that I mean I have an extensive collection of antique doll clothes, so I will pick out something which doesn't fit inevitably. So it has to be amended, repaired, adapted, and then if I don't have enough, which I often do not have enough to clothe an entire doll, then I make whatever I need to finish that.
I think that's part of the reason why we are so drawn to them, is because we can see, a lot of our viewers can see, and they're commenting already saying how beautiful and wonderful your dolls are. We can tell that these are antique fabrics.
Yes.
A lot of them are antique fabrics. Look at this, it's just unbelievable. Rhonda, and please do not give away any of your secrets, but how do you do this molded hair?
Well, what I do is make a cloth doll and stuff it, and then the individual doll is sculpted using a couple of types of air dry clay.
Oh, okay.
So
Clay.
the clay is sometimes just for molded hair. This one has molded hair but with a flat face.
Look at that.
And on the other hand, some of them have shallow sculpting all the way down where you see some degree of features with molded hair.
Patricia just commented and said the faces have such dimension. They have such dimension.
So I really feel that my strength is as a painter. So some of them are totally flat. This one is totally flat in terms of the face.
So look at this, everybody. This face is completely flat. Look at that. Now, do you have formal art training?
No, I don't actually.
Do you hear that, everybody? She does not have any formal art training. No. This is just absolutely unbelievable. You were the first person that I wanted to interview when we got here because I have been admiring your dolls ever since the first time I saw them. I said, I'm going to look up who this person is and find out about these dolls. Look at this. This is another one right here if you guys are looking, and this is a flat face, but the dimension on that is just absolutely unbelievable. Now, you are a retired teacher, so you do have a lot of art history and just historic knowledge, which...
I was a high school American history teacher,
okay.
And I think anything that I would do in any regard, there's so much of that still in me, and so whenever I wanted to make dolls, it was certainly with a historic flavor, really.
Flavor,
or
absolutely.
Inspiration.
We just had a viewer say that she is blessed with magic brush and hands. Look at that. This one in the back here. Now, all of your dolls are a one-of-a-kind.
Yes, they are.
They're all a one-of-a-kind.
And signed, yes.
I'm just going to get back here so you guys can see this hairstyle on this wonderful doll right here. Rhonda, you have been working very, very, very hard in anticipation for this show.
Yes.
If you love Rhonda's dolls, please share our video. You can also go on rubylane.com and type in Rhonda King in the search box, and you will see a lot of her dolls that are currently offered. Nothing like these wonderful dolls that you're seeing now because you brought these special for the show.
Yes, but Joan and Lynette have some that are there and not here.
Right.
And
they are just absolutely wonderful. Rhonda, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, how can they do that? If they see one of these dolls that they absolutely have to have on your table, I'm sorry, I just got distracted by this hairstyle. Look at that with the braids. If somebody wanted to get in touch with you, how could they get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with me easily via email. I also have a blog, which is not updated as much as it should be, but my email is homeis544@aol.com. And then Lynette will always have some that only go to her.
Right, so Joan and Lynette Antique Dolls on Ruby Lane is the shop owner that carries a full line of Rhonda's dolls on Ruby Lane. So what a treat and how exciting it is to see these amazing creations. This molded hat on this fellow right here is just unbelievable. I wish you guys could be here to see it in person, but I'm glad I can give you this close-up look right here. If you love Rhonda King's dolls, please share our video and keep tuning in for the rest of the week. Rhonda, what's your plan for the rest of the week?
My plan is to leave tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. with my bestie over there, and we are headed to Tampa and the beach.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, you deserve a little break after all the hard work that you've done. That sounds really wonderful. Well, thank you for giving us a peek into your wonderful talent and artistry and body of work that you have on display here. We're so fortunate.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.